Good stuff. Get your head down, you're flying. Booty. Get some clothes on first. Do you want to pick your dress? So you got shoes on here, maybe just in case.
Yeah. Good morning. Yeah, it's quite loud because it's just turn it down. Good morning. Hi Sally. Hi Mother. Hope we're joining in today, Mom. Whenever you're ready, pop into your child's pose. So pop onto your knees, stretch your arms away, rest that head down, and have a little wriggle. So wriggle your bum back towards your heels. And we're just going to stay here. Relax into your breathing. The mission of the day is to release through our backs. If your head's not comfortable here, do stack your hands on top of each other. And rest your head into your hands. And all you're going to do is focus on that breath. Breathing in through your nose. Breathing out through your mouth. Just trying to allow your body to really sink into the stretch. And with each exhale, to have that little wriggle from side to side, allowing your back to ease as your bum pushes back towards the heel. Just rocking side to side a little bit. Three more nice long breaths here. And then on your next inhale, stretching those arms away, spread those fingers. Exhale, really push that bum back. Inhale, we're going to rock up onto those knees, bring the chest over level with the hands. And then big exhale as you push back. So we inhale, rock forward. And exhale, push back. keep this going. If you're just joining us, just take your time in that child's pose. If you want to have a minute or two before you join in, that's absolutely fine. But just big exhales as you push back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, push back. 3 to go. On the third one, we're going to hold at the top into that little half plank. Our tummy won't be working crazy amounts yet, but just starting to wake up. And on this last one, we rock forward and hold here. So chest is over level with the hands. We're tucking that tailbone under slightly, gazing down towards the mat. Shoulders away from the ears, just hold. 3 long breaths by pulling that belly button in. Inhale, tuck the toes under. Exhale, push up and back to your downward. So try and spread those toes, push those heels back, and slowly start moving those knees, pushing one heel down towards the floor as one knee comes in towards the mat. Just walking on the spot there, nice and slow, nice and steady. Take your time. Good work. Really get loads of length through that one leg before you then switch over. Keep pushing those arms away. As you can tell from the camera angle today, we are going to do a little bit of standing. Nothing too crazy, but we're going to get a bit of balance work today. And then pausing there. So staying on the toes. Inhale, pushing up onto the toes as high as you can go. And exhale, pushing down through the heels. So inhale, toes. Exhale, heels. One more. Inhale, toes. Exhale, heels. And take 3 breaths here. Have a little wriggle with the hips if you wish, or just holding there. Completely up to you. When you're ready, we're going to walk the hands back to the feet to fold ourselves in half. If that means keeping your knees quite bent, that's absolutely fine. Don't feel that you have to have your legs completely straight. Okay, so arms are hanging down. At this point, they may be nowhere near the floor. That's fine. Okay, so just tuck the chin in, soften through those knees, and inhale here. Exhale, slowly start to lengthen the legs as you rebuild your spine, keeping the knees soft though the whole time. Slowly come up to standing. Shoulder blades and the head are the last thing to come up. So roll those shoulders back and down, head comes up. Inhale, tuck the chin in. Exhale, collapse the shoulders. Slowly roll it down. Take your time. Keep this going. Enjoy the release through that back, okay? Making sure that we try and peel each vertebrae away from that back wall as we slowly roll it down. Inhale, soften the knees at the bottom. Exhale, rebuild. Good work. Shoulder blades, and then the head is the last thing to come up. One more time. Inhale, tuck the chin in. Exhale, collapse the shoulders and down we go. Good. Slow, slow, slow. Take your time. Don't worry if you want to bend those knees quite a lot to be able to hang those arms a little bit further. Okay, so see how you feel. Inhale, soften the knees. Exhale, rebuild. You should feel nice release through the back, movement through that spine even now. Shoulder blades back and down, head comes up, good work. And then just take nice big shoulder rolls, making them as big as you possibly can. And then forwards, just loosening up a little bit. Good work. And then inhale, shrug those shoulders up. Exhale, collapse. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, collapse. 2 more. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, collapse. 1 more time. Inhale, shrug those shoulders. Exhale, collapse. Okay, so what we want to make sure now is that those shoulder blades are sitting back and down. So inhale, pull your shoulders up. Exhale, draw those shoulder blades back and down so they're slotting down your back. Okay, middle finger should be going down the seam of our trousers, or if you haven't got seams anymore, because not a lot of us do, okay, just the middle of that thigh there. Okay, chest is nice and open, chin tucks in slightly so we can gaze forward and breathe. We're going to tuck our tailbone under slightly to pull our tummy in. Hold. Now for a lot of us, we will now feel really awkward. And you might have your knees bent and you might be breathing a little bit like this. If you are, soften your knees, relax your breathing, but this is our perfect posture for the day. Okay, so it takes a lot of practice to get that perfect posture without feeling like you're tense. Okay, so just take a few breaths and allow yourself to relax into it. And if at any point throughout the exercises these hands suddenly are on the front of your thighs, just going to roll the shoulders back and down. Okay, from here now we're going to inhale, we're going to rock up onto our toes, coming up as high as you can. And then as we exhale, we're dropping back into the heels. Keep that belly pulled in, keep the tailbone tucked under. Inhale up, exhale heels. Inhale up, exhale heels. Good work. Keep that going. Just nice and slow. Focus on what your tummy's doing, even though it's our legs and our feet that are moving. It's your tummy that's helping everything stay together and move well. Okay, so that belly button's pulled in, remember. The minute we relax, the minute we get a big arch in our back. So tuck the tailbone under. Keep those ribs nice and soft. Keep checking those hands are down the side of your body. So now as we inhale and come up onto your toes, you're going to bring your arms with you. Inhale, arms float all the way overhead. Exhale down, pop into your heels. Inhale, float the arms. Exhale down. So keep rocking up onto your toes, going as tall as you possibly can before you drop in back down. Good work. Keep that going. Good work. Hang in there now. Three to go. On the third one, we're going to hold at the top. Working on that posture, waking up our tummy. Good work. On this last one now, we're going to come up and we're going to hold here. So we're pushing those fingertips now towards the ceiling, driving through those toes. Okay, so pushing all the way up. Now at this point, if your shoulders then shrug into your ears, take the arms a bit wider to get that nice big space between your shoulders and your ears. Palms face each other. We're just going to hold for 3 breaths. Really push through those toes. See how tall you can get yourself. Every exhale, draw that belly in. Keep focusing on that tummy. 1 more breath. And inhale, slowly pop the heels down. Exhale, squat and sweep the arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squat and sweep those arms. Inhale up. 2 more. Exhale, squat and sweep. Inhale up. Last one. Down we go. Up we come. Arms come down. Chin to chest. Collapse the shoulders and roll it down. Take your time. Either keeping the legs straight or softening through those knees as you relax each vertebrae bit by bit by bit. Taking your time to come down, and as we get as far as you can, just hang there. Have a little nod with the head, making sure our head is as heavy as we can, And then shake the head as though you say no. And then nod as though you say yes. And then nice steady breath here. One big breath. Before we inhale, bend the knees, put the hands onto the floor. Exhale, walk those hands forward, drop the knees to the mat. So we're in an all fours position. So we're going to have knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to go straight into our lovely cat-cow stretches. So inhale, hold. Exhale, tuck the chin in, round the back, push that spine up towards the ceiling. Inhale, uncurl, arching through the back as you open your chest, gazing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the palms under, round that spine, tuck the chin in. Good work. Keep this going. You're just going to move in and out 3 more times. There's no rush. So just going at your own pace. If you feel like you want to hold one part of it for a big stretch, do so. Good work. Finishing this last one now. We're then going to come to a nice neutral spine. Okay, so wrists are under shoulders, knees under hips. We're just going to extend the right leg behind us and keep the toes onto the mat. Okay, extend the left arm in front, keep the little finger on the mat. Inhale here and exhale, lift. Good work. Inhale, elbow to knee underneath the body. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Keep this going. Take your time here. We want to feel our tummy working, but we also want to feel that back rounding as we crunch in, and then extending and lengthening as we take the arm and leg away. Good work. So just work with your breath. Inhale, crunch it in. Exhale, extend. Good work. Forward to go. On the fourth one, we're going to hold where the elbow meets the knee underneath the body. Do not worry if they don't quite meet. It's the feeling of them moving towards each other. So on this last one, pull the elbow in towards the knee, tuck your chin in, round and hold. Breathe. Good work. Keep that right toe lifted off the floor. 3, 2, 1, and extend the arm and leg. Okay, we're now going to pop that left hand back down, but keep that right foot lifted. Pop the toe down at the back, and just make sure that our tummy is working. Okay, so set ourselves once more, tuck the tailbone under and pull the belly button in. Hold. Good work. We're going to inhale, elbows go backwards, chest towards the floor. So we inhale and lower the chest towards the mat. Exhale, we're going to lift. Option 1, we're going to do that 2 more times. Option 2 is we lower this time, we're going to lift that right leg. So inhale, we lower and we lift the leg. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good work. Pop those right toes back onto the mat. Pull the knee in and push back to your child's pose. Stretch those arms away. Rest the head onto the mat or onto your hands, whatever's comfortable for you. Holding there. And spread those fingers. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, rock that body forward. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push up and back into your downward. Good work. Inhale, rock forward to a plank. Exhale, knees drop down, push back to your child's pose. Just do our little movement to release anything. So inhale, rock forward. Exhale, tuck the toes up, push back to your downward. Inhale, you rock forward to your plank as you drop your knees to the floor, and exhale, push back to your child's pose. 2 more times through. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push up and back. Inhale, rock forward, plank as you drop your knees and tuck your toes and push back to your child's pose. 1 more. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, push up and back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, rock the knees down. This time we're going to inhale, rock the body forward. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push up and back to your downward, and start walking those hands back to your feet. Good work. And hang those arms. Breathe. Tuck that chin in. Release any tension through the neck. Inhale, soften the knees. Exhale, rebuild. Coming up nice and slowly. Take your time now. Don't want to get a head rush. Shoulder blades back and down at the top. Head comes up. Good work. So this time we're going to slowly sweep our arms up straight away this time. We're going to inhale, go up onto our toes. Stretching as tall as you possibly can. Good work. Remember that nice big space between your shoulders and your ears. So stretching those arms. We're now going to make ourselves as tall as we possibly can by really having a wriggle to stretch it up. Okay? As we exhale, we're going to float the arms out to the side. Option 1, soften the knees, just grab behind your thigh. Option 2, grabbing onto the knees, rounding your back a little bit more. And option 3, you're coming down as small as you can, wrapping those arms around your legs. Inhale, we're going to sweep those arms out in front, come all the way back up, stretching nice and tall. Exhale, arms go out to the side, slowly go down to whichever level you're comfortable with. Tuck that chin in. Inhale, sweep those arms up out in front, stretch it up. Exhale, out to the side as you come down. Good work. Controlling this movement. Inhale, arms out in front. Exhale, arms out to the side as you down we go. Okay, so just pick which level you're comfortable with, doesn't matter which. Inhale, sweep those arms out in front. Up we come nice and steady. Wobbling is good. 1 more time. Exhale, arms come out. Hug, hug, hug. Inhale, sweep those arms forward. Stretch it up. And then slowly pop the heels down. Bring the arms down by your sides. We're going to take the feet about shoulder width apart, so a little bit wider, softening through the knees. Inhale, left arm's going to sweep up, and we're going to have a nice stretch here. So just pushing over. Inhale, swap the arms. Exhale, push over with that right arm. Inhale, switch. Exhale, stretch it over. So just keep it moving. Really pushing up and over. Okay, if you feel like you're just floating from side to side, focus on when your arm comes up. You're really going to push high before you bend it over, and then you'll get a lovely big stretch down the side of your body. Inhale, switch those arms. Exhale, push up and over. 1 more either side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, push up and over. Good work. Inhale, switch. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, switch. Arms come down. Tuck that chin in. Collapse those shoulders. Slowly roll it down. Take your time. So this is your nice breather. Releasing through the spine. Collapsing each vertebrae bit by bit by bit. Take your time. Hang those arms. Make them feel as heavy as they possibly can. Your head is completely heavy. Softening through the knees now. Walk those hands forward, wrists under shoulders. Drop the knees to the mat into that lovely all fours position. Straight away back into those lovely cat stretches. Just release any tension through that lower back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, tuck the chin in, round your back. Push that spine up towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly uncurl. Drop that belly towards the floor as your head comes up. Exhale, tuck the chin in, round, round, round. Good work. Keep this going. Take your time. Two more at your own pace. These are not to be rushed, but there is a nice release. Good work. And then slowly bring that head in, tuck the tailbone under, and engage your tummy. So nice neutral spine. Shoulders away from the ears. Make sure that belly button's pulled in a little bit, and then extending your left leg behind this time, keeping the toes onto the mat to begin with, and then extending your right arm, keeping your right hand onto the mat with that little finger. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to lift. Inhale, elbow to knee underneath the body. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. So working with your breath, trying to take your time. And if anybody struggles with having both the arm and the leg off, feel free to pop that hand down and just moving through that leg, bring the knee in and then extending. But if you can, the elbows crunching in, and then we're extending out. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, extend. Good work. 4 to go. On that fourth one, we're going to hold underneath the body. Good work. And extend. Last one now. Crunch the elbow towards the knee and stay here. Take the chin in, round your spine and hold. 3 long breaths. And then slowly extend the arm and leg. Pop the hand down, pop the toes of that left leg down at the back. And just set yourself. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulder. Chest nice and open, shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, elbows going back, chest down towards those hands. Exhale, pushing up. Now press up. Option 1, keep that going 2 more times. Option 2, inhale, we're going to lower and lift the leg. Exhale, push back up. So we inhale, lower and lift the leg. Exhale, push back up. Knees come together and push back to your child pose. Stretch those arms away, spread those fingers, rest the head down. Good work. You can even take your arms around your legs if you want to go into a nice little ball to really work on releasing through this lower part of your back. Completely up to you on this release. One more nice long breath here. And if your hands aren't already, slowly stretch them away, spread those fingers. We're going to inhale, rock the body forward. Make sure the knees are about hip width apart. And as we exhale, drop the hips towards the floor as we slowly come into an upward position. And then we're going to inhale, push back. So we're going to move really slowly on this one. Exhale, push to the child's pose. So it's going to take 2 breaths to get there and back. So we inhale, roll forward. Exhale, slowly drop the hips down, open the chest, gazing forward. Inhale, start to push the hips up. Exhale, push back through those towards your heels. So keep this going. You can even go even slower. If you find it's not as comfortable for you, take your time. Good. We're going to go through 3 more times. If you want now, on these last 3, try and feel like you're snaking your spine almost. So you keep your chin tucked in as you rock up. So your back is quite rounded. And as your hips start to lower, you uncurl with the rest of your spine to open up nice and slowly. Good. Inhale, start to push back. Exhale, child's pose. 2 more. Inhale, start to snake forward. Exhale, dropping those hips bit by bit by bit. Open up the chest. Inhale, start to push those hips up. Tuck the chin in as we rock back. 1 more here. Inhale, rock forward. Take your time. Open up that chest. Inhale, push those hips up. And back. Good work, everybody. Inhale, rock up to all 4s this time. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push up and back into your downward. Tuck that chin in, have a little shake of the head. Okay, just hold here, 2 long breaths. Before you then walk those hands to your feet, folding your body in half, tuck your chin in. Inhale, soften the knees. Exhale, rebuild. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Roll those shoulders back and down. Head comes up at the top. Good work. So we're going to do a little bit of balance, not too much today. Okay, so you want all your weight is going to go through this right foot now. Okay, so with our left toes, just pop them in front. Okay, you want this right leg just slightly give in the knee, just to make sure you're comfortable. Okay, so left toes out the front, engage the tummy, tuck that tailbone under, hold nice and strong, arms down by our sides, shoulders back and down. All sounds so simple. Inhale here. Exhale, we're just going to lift and flex the foot. So this left knee ideally is in line with your left hip. For some of us, it'll be quite a lot lower. And for others, popping the toe on and off for balance is absolutely fine. So kind of just figure out where you're at today. Okay? Arms either resting down by your side, or if it's more comfortable for you, just allowing them to sit onto your waist or just on your hips. Okay, so inhale here now. We're going to push the left leg out to the side through that heel. Inhale, draw the knee back in. Good work, and keep that going. So really squeeze your bum muscles. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, push that heel away. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, push that leg away. So I shouldn't be moving anything in my upper body. Okay, so we shouldn't be leaning as my leg goes out, which means my leg might not go as high, which is fine. Okay, ideally we're not touching the floor, but if you need to touch the floor and then just move out to the side to touch the floor, this is fine. Okay, so you can just tap, tap. Option 1. Option 2, we're slightly lifted, we're tapping out to the side. And option 3, the foot is flexed and we're pushing with that heel. Okay, keep this going now. Your right foot will be screaming at you now. Okay, very normal, you'll be fine. Okay, all those stability muscles are going a bit crazy now in your right foot and your calf. Okay, so we'll finish on this one. Exhale, push out. Pull in, hold. Inhale, arms floater. Hands come together into a prayer position in front of our chest. Option 1, toe is down. Option 2, legs slightly lifted and keep tapping the toe. Option 3, we are lifted. This right leg is working really hard now, okay? Breathe. 2 more breaths. Focus, tummy working. And then slowly pop your left foot down and have a little shake. Okay, so I know, so have a little walk on the spot. So I know that standing leg will be really feeling it, but it's good, I promise. It's not a bad thing. Okay, so we'll just shake it off before we do the other side. So feet about hip width apart. Inhale, arms stretch up. Exhale, squat and sweep the arm. So you're just trying to go like a rag doll. So you're all floppy and then you're nice and strong. Floppy and then strong. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Sweep that floor. And then bring the arms down by the sides. Good work. Take 1 big nice shoulder roll. Good work. Okay, so this time all pressure through that left foot. Right toes out at the front. Remember level 1, this is enough. Okay. Hands either down your body or just grab onto your waist or hips. Completely up to you. Shoulders back and down, pull the belly button in, tailbone tucked under. Inhale here and exhale, lift if that's comfortable for you. Good work. Breathe. Okay, just get used to being in this position to begin with. Good work. Inhale here. Exhale, push away with that right heel out to the side. Squeeze our bum muscles. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, pull it in. Good work. Keep that going. Remember, option 1, the toe is down. You're just moving that leg to the side and tapping your toe. Good work. Keep this going. Whichever level you're comfortable at. 4 more. Take your time. I know this left leg is screaming. Good. It's not a bad feeling, I promise. Last couple. And on this last one, hold the knee as high as you're comfortable. Breathe. Inhale, arms float up. Hands come together. Bring the hands in front of the chest into a prayer position. Drop the shoulders back and down and hold. Pull the belly in. Breathe. Focus on standing nice and tall. 2 more breaths. It's our last standing thing today. Be pleased? No. And then slowly push that right foot back down. And just again, have a little walk on the spot, just easing through those hips. Good work. So, that was our last bit of standing for today's class. So we're going straight back to the mat now. So inhale, tuck the chin in. Exhale, collapse the shoulders. Slowly roll it down. Bit by bit, by bit, by bit. Take your time. You've gone as far as you can, soften the knees. Okay. Hands walk forward, then just drop to your knees. So you're in an all fours position. Good work. We're going to take our left foot straight out to the side now. Okay. So, left leg nice and straight, right knee bent, hands just onto the mat. All we're going to do is walk those hands forward. Wherever you feel comfortable and you feel that lovely big stretch through that inner thigh, you're then going to push your bum back towards your heel. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, push back. So for some of us, we might not move our hands much. Okay, so you may feel more comfortable to keep those wrists under the shoulders. I quite like it when we take our hands away a little bit, so I can get a little bit of tension through my tummy as I rock forward. You're just pushing back to your child's pose with that left leg extended, and then inhale, rock forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, rock forward. 3 to go here. Good work. Last one. And then hold. Okay, so wrists under shoulders now. So if your hands are out, just shimmy them back in. And all we're going to do with this left leg is cross it over at the back. Okay, so you should be able to see my left toes now cross over the back of my body. From here now, just allow yourself to sink back. You should feel a lovely big stretch through this right bum, cheek I should say. Okay, so wherever you get to, you can drop to your forearms now, hands together, and just enjoy that big stretch. You might have to play around with where the foot is, how high it is, how far back it is, but once you get it, it's a lovely stretch. 2 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, slowly come back up onto your hands. Slowly rock your body forward. This time you're going to pop your left knee down and take your right foot out to the side. Okay? So, option 1, keep the wrists under shoulders. Option 2, walk those hands out a little bit. Get a bit more of a stretch. So we're going to inhale, allow the body to rock forward. Exhale, we're going to push back into a little child's pose. Keeping that right leg extended out to the side. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, rock forward. So thinking about releasing your back, and I know we're stretching our bums, a little bit of our hamstring in the thigh area. Even if you've got a really tight lower back, stretching out your hamstring and your bum muscles is really important, because that's maybe where it's all stemming from. Okay, so don't feel like if we're just stretching our legs that we're not focusing on that one area. Always good to release through those hamstrings and bum muscles. I should say glutes, really. Good work. 3 to go. Once you've done that 3rd one, as you come up, make sure those wrists now are underneath our shoulders. Spread those fingers. And then we're going to take that right foot, cross it over our left leg at the back. Stay on our toes, okay? And then you're just pushing back as far as you're comfortable. Drop to your forearms, hands either together or flat on the floor, wherever you're comfortable. And I say comfortable with a big stretch, okay? Breathe. 3 long breaths. Oh. Once you've done your 3 breaths, push up onto your hands. Slowly rock the body forward. Knees come together. Take your feet to one side. Take a seat. Okay, extend those legs out in front, so toes up towards the ceiling. Have a little shake of those legs before we inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, slowly roll it down. Take your time. Good work. Head rested. Bring the arms this time down the side of our body. Making sure our shoulders are away from our ears, shoulder blades flat against our floor. And we're going to bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. So we're going to take our feet about as wide as the mat. And then allow our knees just to settle and rest in on each other. Okay, so focus on your breathing. And if you are someone who gets a bad back, or this lower back pain when your leg just flat, this is a really good way to ease it. So having your feet out wide and allowing your knees just to drop and rest on each other should release any tension. All we're going to do is focus on inhale, rocking that pelvis forward. Exhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone under slightly. So it's not a bigger movement as when we've got our feet hip width apart. It's a little bit smaller. Okay, but you're mainly focusing on, as you tuck the tailbone under, you're pushing this lower back into the mat. Good work. Keep this going. Hang it there. So you should feel yourself massaging the lower part of your back slightly. And just really making sure that our tummy is now waking up in this lying down position. Good work. 3 to go. And last one. Tuck the tailbone under and hold. We want to feel like our body's breathing relaxed, our tummy's nice and tight, our ribs are nice and flat, belly button pushed down, lower part of our tummy working, so you can have a little prod around, make sure there's lots of tension there, and there's no big gaps underneath our back, between our back and the mat. Arms rested down. And just take 3 breaths here, focusing on that tummy tension. Then when you're ready, slowly part the knees, taking your right knee into your chest, taking hold. Lengthen your left leg away and just allow that left leg to just relax completely. So, inhale, relax the knee away. Exhale, pull the knee towards the chest. It may be more comfortable for you to be pulling towards the armpit, okay? And it may be that you want to grab a towel and wrap it around your thighs so that you can get a bit of a pull, okay, if you feel like you're a bit too far away. Okay, it's completely up to you. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull it in. This time we're now going to flex the feet. So both sets of toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, nose comes up towards your knee. Exhale, lower down. Do not worry if your nose doesn't touch your knee. It's the movement of going up and towards. And then slowly roll it down. So we inhale. And exhale. Keep this going. Take your time. We want to make sure we're massaging that lower back, not lower back, our spine as we push back into the mat. So it's almost like a roller when you're peeling each vertebrae away from the mat and then you're pushing each vertebrae back into the mat. The added thing here is just that leg is lifted. So we're still going nice and slow. The downward movement is just as important as the upward movement here. Good work. 3 to go. Good work, everybody. Last couple. Once you've done your last 2, we're going to bring in the left knee to join. So left hand is holding onto the left knee, right hand is holding onto the right knee. And we're just going to take those knees out to the side, bring them towards the centre and pull back in. Okay, so we're allowing those hips to open, allowing that back to be massaged on the mat. Just nice and steady here. Nice, easy breathing. And then reversing. So push your knees away, open up, and then pull back in. Good. And if you want to, you can be doing this without any support of the hands. You can just be going nice big hip circles. You can make them a little bit bigger if you're not holding on. Okay, just loosening up there. Take your time. Finishing this one. As you come into center, keeping hold of your left knee now. Extend your right leg out and just relax the foot. Inhale, allow the knee to drop away. Exhale, pull the knee to center. Inhale, drop it away. Exhale, pull that knee to your chest. Remember, option 1 is your chest. Option 2, you may be more comfortable to be pulling towards your armpit. And option 3, maybe more comfortable to grab that towel, wrap it around the around your thigh, and give it a nice big pull. If you're feeling like you're a little bit too far away, my imaginary towel is moving. Good work. 3 to go. Just working on pulling that knee in. Good work. On this last one now, we're going to hold. Flex the feet, so toes up towards the ceiling. Inhale now, nose comes up towards your knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale, nose to knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale, nose to knee. Exhale, lower. 3 to go. Nice and steady. Remember, your nose doesn't have to touch your knee, you're just moving towards, no pressure. Keep this going now. Then once you've done your third one, you can take your leg and extend it out. Give those legs a shake. And then toes pointing up towards the ceiling. Arms are going to float over your chest, palms face each other. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the chin in and roll it up. As we come to the top, to a seated position, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling, straighten up that back. Inhale, float the arms down in front of our chest. Exhale, lean it back and hold. Breathe. Okay, some of it too much. Drop onto your forearms and just hold there. Trying to get used to being in that position, but with support. Okay, but if you can, slowly here. Hands come together. Inhale. Exhale, arms go out. You may sit up a little bit. Inhale, arms out in front. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, open. Inhale together. Last one. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Keep this tension through your tummy now. And slowly roll it down. And extend those arms behind before you bring them down by your side. Good work. So that should feel quite nice to our tummy today. When I say nice, I mean worked. Okay, so slide your heels in, bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Then all you're going to do is pull your right knee in towards your chest. This time we're going to take hold behind the thigh. Okay, we're going to flex the foot. And we're going to extend the leg, but don't worry about completely lengthening. Okay, go to a position where you think, oh yeah, I can hold it here for a while, I'm quite comfortable. And all we're going to do is point and flex that foot. So my right leg is very tight at the moment. So staying here is a nice feeling rather than feeling like we're about to pull those hamstrings away. Good work. Keep this going. Flex and point. Flex and point. Good work. And then circling through that foot. On the ankle, I should say. And then holding here. So what you want to hold is where your foot is flexed, so those toes are pulling down, and the sole of the foot is pushed up towards the ceiling. We're going to bend the knee in towards the chest, and then extend the leg up. Bend the knee in. Keep the foot up, the sole of the foot facing the ceiling though the whole time. Okay? Extend. Bend, last one. Extend and hold. Hands can be behind the thigh or hands can be rested down. Breathe. 2 more breaths. As you can see, my leg is shaking. So it's not a bad thing, do not worry. And then slowly bring your knee in. Pop that right foot down and straight away, left foot's going to lift. Take hold behind the thigh and start to point and flex as you slowly lengthen the leg, but keeping a nice softening through the knee, I should say. Good work. Should feel quite nice. And then whenever you're ready, start circling through the ankle. Maybe little clicks and crunches, just try and get rid of those. Good work. And then holding in where that foot is nice and flexed. We're going to soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Inhale, pull the knee in towards the chest. Exhale, lengthen up towards the ceiling. Inhale, pull the knee in. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, lengthen. Just 2 more and hold. Inhale, knee in. Exhale, lengthen. Last one. And lengthen here. Push the heel up. Feel that stretch. Relax your breathing. Enjoy. Bend the knee. Pop the foot down. Arms up towards the ceiling. Palms face each other. So you're going to slide your feet away. Just so the knees are bent, but we're not completely straight, we're not completely bent, we're somewhere in between. Inhale here. As you exhale, tuck the chin in and roll it up. Now for a lot of us, we will get stuck about here. So at this point, use your elbows, dig in, you may go to one side, and then you're going to sit tall at the top. Okay? Feet nice and flat, palms face each other. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, slowly tap the palms under, roll it down and hold. Okay, now again, if you need the support, forearms. Okay, if you can, you're just going to hold. Breathe. This time, inhale here. Exhale, lift your left arm. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your right. Inhale, lower. One more either side. Exhale, lift. Left arm. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your right. Inhale, lower. Exhale, slowly roll it down. Take your time, bit by bit by bit by bit. You can take a quick full body stretch before we take the arms down by your side. Take the knees to the chest. Have a little rock from side to side. Massage that lower back. Really good, guys. So we're going to cross those feet over, okay? Now, option 1, hold on to the knees. Option 2, the shins. Option 3, holding on to the toes, okay? So we're going to try and rock back and forth till you can get up to a nice seated position, okay? Heels in line or sitting in a nice cross-leg position that's comfortable for you. Okay, take your arms down by your sides and just tuck your chin in, stretching through our neck. Breathe. So just finishing today's class with a lot of neck stretches. Just trying to get ourselves ready for the day. So now I'm going to be looking up towards the ceiling. Push that chin forward and up. And bring the head back to center. Okay, we're going to drop our right ear down towards our right shoulder. Feeling that nice big stretch all the way down the left hand side of our neck. I'm going to lift the left hand, flex the hand, and just push the hand up and back. Find where it's your stretch. Maybe that your arm is forward, maybe that your arm is back. So just have a little play around. Okay, wherever you get to, when you feel that lovely stretch, hold here. 3 long breaths. Slowly lower the hand as your head comes into the centre. Good work. And then we're going to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder now. Just enjoy that stretch once more. And then that left hand's going to lift. Have a nice little flex through that hand. Stretch through the neck. Breathe. Have a little play where it's comfortable. Bring the hand down, bring the neck back up to centre. You're just going to relax there by taking your chin to your chest and just allowing the neck to completely rest. Focus on that breathing. And then bringing the head to centre. This time we're going to take the right ear down towards the right shoulder. But then we're going to take nice big circles and taking the head back over to the left and then dropping that chin down. Taking 3 really slow circles at your own pace. Making sure you're sat nice and tall. Once you've done that third one, hold where your chin is just dropped down. Bring the head to centre. Dropping your left ear this time to your left shoulder. We're going to go in the opposite direction. Dropping the head back and then circle it around. Take your time. This always feels nicer in the morning. I always think after we just woke up. One more. And then holding where that chin tucks in. One more long breath here. Slowly bring the head up to centre. Take the palms of your hands onto your knees. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, float the arms out and up. Exhale, push out and down. Inhale, arms float up. Hands come together. Well done, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you have a fab day and week. Hope that was a nice start to your day for you. Remember, there is no noises class this evening, but I will put a link up to one of the Insanity or something on YouTube. I can suggest adding weights to. Okay, so thank you very much for joining. Happy Monday.